Hello, welcome to New World Updates, and today we are going to look at the leaked documents from the Pentagon. The issue of the leaked documents has brought a lot of controversies around the world and most particularly the media outlets, and has raised an eyebrow on the US from its allies, showing how the United States likes to continuously meddle itself into the affairs of other states, and its allies are no exception. Now let's look at what's contained in these secret documents. According to the Pentagon leaks documents, 40,000 missiles to Russia, from a document classified as top secret. It appears that Egypt plans to send 40,000 missiles to Moscow. The document also contains an instruction from the Egyptian president, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, to keep the delivery hidden to avoid problems with the West. But the Egyptian government have denied these allegations so far. NATO troops in Ukraine. According to the documents, NATO has approximately 100 special forces on the ground in Ukraine, the majority of which come from Britain. It is startling if NATO has forces in Ukraine, because Ukraine is not a member of NATO and therefore does not need to be protected with troops. Ukraine denies that NATO troops are fighting Russian forces in Ukraine. Another thing the documents revealed is the disagreement in the Russian government. There have long been rumors of internal strife within the Russian government, but according to the documents, they are greater than believed. 1. Document shows, for example, that the National Russian Intelligence Service, the FSB, accuses the country's Ministry of Defense of concealing the number of Russian victims in Ukraine. The leak further shows that different Russian forces are at war with each other and fighting without control and coordination, which complicates Russia's military efforts in Ukraine. The US spies on allies. The US has apparently obtained information from several allies, for example Ukraine, Israel and South Korea, without their knowledge or consent. For example, it appears from documents that the Mossad, which is Israel's intelligence service, has encouraged demonstrations against the country's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. This is allegedly knowledge that the US has spied on. Doubts about quick Ukrainian victory. In the documents, it is highlighted that there are deficiencies in Ukraine's weapons arsenal and air defense. Already towards the end of May, Ukraine may run out of missiles for the country's air defense, which will give Russia the opportunity to control the airspace and thereby slow down the upcoming Ukrainian offensive. The Americans predict a standstill in the war for several months. Serbian weapons to Ukraine. In a document, U.S. intelligence sources note that Serbia has agreed to deliver or may have already delivered weapons to Ukraine. If it is true, it is startling because Serbia has outwardly maintained a neutral attitude in the war. Serbia, for example, has refused to impose sanctions on Russia and has been called Russia's best friend in the West. According to Serbia, it is untrue that the country has or will send weapons to Ukraine. Russian casualty numbers. One of the stories that has filled a lot after the leak deals with Russian casualty numbers. From documents it appears that 16,000 to 17,500 Russian soldiers have lost their lives in the war, while the Ukrainian loss figure is 61,000 to 71,500 soldiers. However, that number is very far from the Pentagon's official estimates, which estimate that Russia has lost far more soldiers. Because the Russian casualty figures in the leaked documents are so low, many believe that the leak originates from Russia, which has revised and manipulated the material to appear in a better light. Whether that is the case is yet to be seen. But what is clear to us in this is that both sides have suffered tremendous losses both in manpower and equipments. The war has dragged on for over a year now, with both sides not ready to enter into negotiations that will end this senseless war, which has cost the lives of hundreds of thousands of people, including properties. As the war is raging on, the whole world is watching to see how long this war will go and when will both parties be willing to enter into the negotiating table, put aside their political motives and save the lives of innocent civilians. That's all for now, and thanks for watching my video. If you do enjoyed it, you can support me by liking my video and subscribing to my channel to help grow my audience, as this will help me make more future videos like this. See you in my next video.